almost lead me to think that he doesn't expect him to be president for much longer. What advantage does he have to say something like that, where he's going to have a bad relationship with the president now after having a good relationship?
What do you mean he doesn't expect him to be president much
I'm
longer?
saying to say something like that and to make the president hate you and make an enemy out of him, like, what are you thinking strategically?
In one afternoon, in 7 tweets in one afternoon, and my question is, I want to know where the spark came from. This is what we were talking about with Zelensky, Pat. It's like, who gave you the green light? And now we're all suspecting that it was deep forces, intelligence forces, convincing the respective governments of the UK and the US say, okay, let Zelensky off the leash here. Let's let him do the. So I want to know what triggered, because I believe the 7,500 in there will bother him, but would it trigger him like this? I don't think so.
Pat Trump, Rob, I sent you the link. The one right before the one I just sent you, where they're asking him if Trump was going to say something about it. And Donald Trump said, we're going to have a little discussion now, very, very private. He has no comments on it. Don't want to say it.
He was interviewed?
Well, Trump and them are sitting down right now in the White House for the state dining room, where he's hosting a roundtable with Fraternal Order of Police. That one right there, Robbie. And I guess they're asking him, and he says nothing.
What is this?
Is this it?
Yep.
So
that Bondi?
So we did take a Q&A.
Thank you all for being. Thank you very much.
Normally he's yelling at them, right? He's talking crap right back. He's not saying nothing. He's completely quiet. And mind you, Pat, I sent him a clip. Do you guys remember 3 months ago?
Wait a minute. How are you processing?
No, I'm saying, like, right now.
Thank you, media. Why is he being cordial and friendly to media?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Normally he'd be like, "What the?" He'd go crazy.
What is this roundtable regarding?
This is right now. It's a state dining room for the police. Yeah.
So who's that? Is that
you know
Pam
what I'm saying,
Bondi?
Pat?
Who's
Normally,
that next to him?
Pam Bondi. Just probably the
Tom
police.
Homan? Who is that?
No, Vinny.
That's Pam Bondi.
In the Oval Office or for the briefing room, that's where they all get to stand there and ask questions. When you come here, this is a photo op. They don't do questions.
But I'm saying, does Trump normally talk? Does Trump care?
I like to introduce this. We're going to do, and they take pictures so that they're covering the story. But in here, in this room, you'll see it over and over again. You go back and look at it. They don't yell on this.
Chapstick on.
Like,
But they're asking. But would he answer questions?
I'd like to introduce it. I don't know.
If somebody asked a fake news question like, "Hey, we heard the bill is this" or something like that, Trump doesn't hold back. And he doesn't care what room he is in his house.
Look, if this was on the schedule today, I can tell you what Susie Wild did. Hey, we're going to come in here. You're going to have the photo op with the Fraternal Order of Police. I know it's been a very busy hour. Anybody that shouts a question out and interrupts, just hand me your credential on the way out. Because Susie, that's her style.
Yeah.
Have you read about it? That's her style.
I get
She's
it.
very level and say, you want to do that? She will keep law and order in here. And this is a photo op for the Fraternal Order for their meeting. This is not in the Oval Office where they all get to go ask their questions.
Yeah, it's wild. This whole thing is crazy. And here I was prepared to talk about the Nintendo Switch coming out today, which I will still do. But yo, and I got to talk about my Bears too, because I'm also excited about them, as we see. But I was looking at the homie Asmongold, and I don't know if he's live on YouTube, but let's see. Is he on live? Nah, he dropped this video though already. Yeah, that's what happened earlier. Let me see if will Twitch let you watch Twitch? See, look, yeah, he got 65,000 people watching. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's damn. So like we went from, bro, what a day.
It's crazy. Crazy day. Great content day.
What a day. Damn, wow. What a crazy fucking day.
It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
Great content day.
Of course, Elon's still tweeting. Yeah, I guess so. And wow, Tell Hassan the average Joe doesn't want to stream. We just all just watch. Well, I'm just saying. I think that I'm talking about first in the context of streamers. But let's see if there's anything else I was going to look at too. And where's the rest of these as well? And what is this here? Oh. So this person again. Do you remember this VTuber? He was like been complaining about me. And just in case.
So we'll go back to what we was on. But I mean, and I had been watching.
So this is Trump talking about it himself.
So we've done a great job. Elon knew that. Elon endorsed me very strongly. He actually went up in campaign for me. I think I would have won. Susie would say I would have won Pennsylvania easily anyway, even if the governor ran, the real governor, not the governor from Minnesota, he's a sick puppy, that guy. That poor guy, I feel sorry for him. But they made a bad choice with him. But if you pick Shapiro or anybody else, I spoke to him recently about his house being set on fire, which was terrible.
That was bad.
But if they picked him, I would have won Pennsylvania. I won by a lot. But I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem. And he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate, because that's billions and billions of dollars. And it really is unfair. We want to have cars of all types. Electric, we want to have electric, but we want to have a gasoline, combustion. We want to have different. We want to have hybrids. We want to have all. We want to be able to sell.
Elon posted that's a lie on X. Well, let me just go through this first. I don't know.
When that was cut, and Congress,
I'm not sure. Like, how could I know what he knew?
Wanted to cut it. He became a little bit different.
But even more so, I think, in this case, at least in what he's saying, that's more right. I would much want to have the option of a lot of different types of cars. Of course, personally, I do like electric cars. My next car is going to be a Tesla. But, it has nothing to do with politically or Elon himself. I just like the car. I had 2 Priuses before, But yeah, I just I also don't think that it should be mandatory that everyone, they have to get the car. There's a lot of people who like trucks. There's a lot of people who like, So you do see car companies begin to shift and make sure that they manufacture gasoline cars or EV cars, shall I say, alongside of their gasoline cars. But yeah, a little EV lack ain't that bad, but yeah, no, I don't think it should be mandatory. So in this case, I actually agree with Trump. I don't know why much is tripping out though, because I like Elon too. I like him for his science and business acumen. I care, as you know, deeply about space. So everything that he has going on to deal with that, I think is incredible, right? But yeah.
And I can understand that, but he knew every aspect of this bill. He knew it better than almost anybody. And he never had a problem until right after he left. And if you saw the statements he made about me, which I'm sure you can get very easily, it's very fresh on tape. He said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next.
Boy, did he call it. He called it.
Oh, jeez. Okay, all right, let's go.
But I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
Mr. President, I just want to clarify, did he raise any of these concerns with you privately before he raised them publicly? And this is the guy you put in charge of cutting spending. Do people not take him seriously about spending now? Are you saying this is all sour grapes?
No, he worked hard, and he did a good job. And I'll be honest, I think he misses the place. I think he got out there, and all of a sudden he wasn't in this beautiful Oval Office, and he's got nice offices too.
Come on, man.
Oh, God. I think Trump thinks that Trump is assuming that Elon is crashing out about this, but he's just going to get over it in, like a month, and it's just, going to be business as usual. That's what it seems like to me. Yeah.
But there's something about this when I was telling the chancellor.
I don't think he's really taking it that seriously.
People come in here, even from Germany. They come in and they walk into the Oval Office, and it's just a special place. It's, World War I, it started and it ended here, and World War II, and so many other things. Everything big comes right from this this beautiful space. It's now much more beautiful than it was 6 months ago.
Uh-huh.
A lot of good things are happening in this room. And I'll tell you, he's not the first. People leave my administration and they love us.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point they miss it so badly. And some of them embrace it and some of them actually become hostile.
Is that right?
I don't know what it is. It's sort of Trump derangement syndrome, I guess they call it. But we have it with others too. They leave.
Yeah.
And they wake up in the morning and the glamour's gone. The whole world is different. And they become hostile. I don't know what it is. Someday you'll write a book about it and you'll let us know. Yeah.
Okay, so that's basically what Trump said. And then Elon said, without me, Trump would have lost the election. The Democrats would control the House and the Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. Such ingratitude. I don't understand, I don't know who's right and who's wrong with this. I have no idea. Elon Musk and Trump, no one predicted this would have happened.
Now, the one thing I would say, sorry to have your mouth paused like that, my guy, but the one thing I would notice that I don't think I've heard anyone else say, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, guys, but if you know me, I've been on the track of all sorts of things for many decades now. And if you know, like I know, about that black guy, he said his son did it, but it was very random. And it was only like about, a week or two ago? Maybe 2 weeks ago? Maybe he's been compromised. Let me shut up. See, I'll be wondering, man, why I ain't made it yet. It's because I talk like this. I think they've been scoped me out. Stuff I used to say when I was really buck wild, especially on stage. Like, yeah, man, we is not finna let this dude get no kind of glow up. I'm paranoid. We not finna let him get no type of glow. We just gonna keep him suppressed. Fuck that. All right. Anyway, so I think yeah. And then next thing you know, or at least within a week or so, begins the spaz outs. So it's just interesting to me.
No one could have predicted that Elon Musk and Trump would eventually have a falling out and a crash out on each other. Nobody knew this would happen. This is a surprise, I think, to everyone, okay? And so let's go ahead and take a look at it, and we'll see why. Elon Musk's claim to support was pivotal in Donald Trump's 2024 election win, sparking a...
You know what I know? I think that a lot of people were expecting this to happen. I mean, even Kat said it to me today. She was like, it was inevitable that it was going to happen. It was inevitable that it was going to happen. So... yeah, I mean, I think people were, but the timing of it and what he's saying and how it's coming out is pretty stark. Granted that it was all good just a month ago.
Public dispute. So was Elon Musk's support of Trump very important? The main thing that was important actually wasn't Elon Musk supporting Trump. It was Elon Musk buying Twitter. This is something that I can say with certainty. If Elon did not buy Twitter, I do not think Trump would be the president right now.
That's true.
I actually think that buying Twitter was a timeline-changing event.
I agree.
It was a genuine 100% timeline-altering event. And whether Elon supporting Trump was what changed it, or whether him giving the money changed it, I think that's harder to say. But I think that buying Twitter... and again, also, by the way, he would have never supported Trump and he would have never given him the money if he didn't buy Twitter, right? And so it had to be either all three or zero. But I do think that 100% buying Twitter was a massive shift. And I think that shift, buying Twitter, caused a shift in the entire internet, right? Because now you have companies that are talking about free speech again. They were never talking about free speech back in the day. They were talking about censorship, misinformation, and empathy-based fucking moderation. Be interesting to see what Republican lawmakers do now. I know lawmakers say they should side with President Trump or Elon. Oh, and some food for thought as they ponder this question. Trump has 3.5 years left as president, but I will be around for 40 more years. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know why. How is this even a fucking sides issue? Like, in my opinion, I think it's pretty fucking obvious that it's a bad idea and it's not good that you can have a bill and there's like 50 things in the same fucking bill.
Yeah.
Like, this is a problem. Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, how is this even a conversation?
Yeah,
I don't know. Who
crazy.
do you guys think is right in this? Is Elon right or Trump?
And I think even more so, you got to think about everyone in the world is watching this. Putin's watching this. Kim is watching this. You know, all the chancellors, Macron, all the world leaders. And they sitting back like, these guys are crazy. I told you, the Americans, oh, this shit. And, you know, Elon's technically, I guess he's technically African American. South African American. Oddly enough. But technically, realistically, he's South African. I think they're even starting to be like, okay, he needs to be investigated. His whole migrant status, his immigration status, like, jeez, coming at his head, which is expected. Like, you know, but it's proponents on both sides, and I think it's just ugly. I think it's a very bad look for us to be having a. I think it's a bad look, man. There's no way that this is not affecting the way both of them are looking. It's affecting Tesla. I think Tesla has been hit. I want to say maybe like 20 points today. I think they dropped down 20 points or something. Let me look. I'm pretty sure. I was just looking at it. Right. So, sheesh. So now it's down. That's crazy. Yeah. So actually, 47. It was down 47.35 at close. That's crazy. What close is what? Yep, right before 4. It really dropped all the way down to 275, but it kind of came back up to 284. Which is still half of what it was at its peak. I think at the peak, December 20th of 2024. That was about the highest it's ever been. 463 a share. Now it's 284, so half the value in a matter of 6 months? Ugh. That's crazy. And selfishly, I hope it stays like this for a little second. He gets those prices up. There's some incentives, bonuses, price values drop, because then I can get a Tesla. As long as people just don't start destroying or keep destroying them. I keep that 40 on me. Wish somebody would. I don't wish that at all. Knock on wood. For me or you.
What do you guys think? Yeah, how do you guys feel about it?
That's wild.
Elon? I kind of feel like he is too, honestly.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now I know
alpha amongst alphas. But the reality is, you have to accept it from day one. If you're doing this, you have to understand that Trump is the alpha, not you, in this setting. And it's unfortunate because this happens on sports teams, this happens in families, this happens in countries, this happens in a lot of different places. It doesn't mean the alpha is not going to stumble and make mistakes. It doesn't mean that the bill is a good bill. It could mean you're right, that the bill sucks. But it means he's the alpha. You have to save the respect of the alpha. You have to save that image of the alpha. Privately, you say, this fucking sucks. You don't do it this way.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't do it this way because there's a lot of people that are innocent family people that are right now. Like, you just don't do it this way. This is not a good move. It's not a good move. And
I think it's
what happened the last 4 years? If you put the most important people the last 4 years, number one is Trump. Number two is Elon. What he did with X. He's right there. But you're not the guy. You're not the guy. And that is the challenge here. And unfortunately, this is where we are today, folks. Anyways, wanted to do an emergency podcast with you guys. For those of you guys that joined us, awesome. Thank you. If you
Yeah, that's wild, man. We're gonna keep going. I mean, not right now in this moment. As you see, it's starting to pop up all over the place. But I think we just kind of have to wait and see when it what's gonna happen next. World's richest man versus the world's most powerful man. That's crazy. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. All right. But now I kind of want to shift the tides a little bit. That was pretty high pressurized, you know. Now, what I am actually pretty excited. Well, I'm excited about it, but I don't know why, because I'm not finna buy it. At least not right now. I'm gonna wait until I go back to Japan and when it's much cheaper. You gotta get your electronics and stuff in Japan, man. It's cheaper out there. It just is. But if you don't know, the Nintendo Switch 2 came out today.
Like a ranked sort of thing where you play this.
Okay.
And there are
And these
no
are
items like
esports rules.
Yeah.
See, no,
Andy,
because
where's
I
your mic?
Switch 1. Yeah, I turned around like I was finna pull out a
Andy's
two.
mic-
He just lost
it got
it.
fucking pulled down.
We were still able to hear you pretty good.
Oh,
but it
sorry.
wasn't
It was probably in Blessing's mic then.
I honestly think no, because I think that would have, if they were to do that for any Mario Kart game, it would have been 8. Just the way 8 feels.
Yeah,
A lot of people.
Yeah, I don't know how to
Edit it.
add people. You get like some kind of weird.
To me, at
friend
least,
request, friend
first
ID or
blush.
something like that. But
leaning
if
into
you
things
had
that
it,
Gary
leave
wouldn't
your
about Mario
thing at the
Kart.
bottom,
Of
leave
it
your
feeling
ID
kind of
in the comments
chaotic.
or something, and I would try
I
to
think kind
figure
of
out how to add you. All right,
But
bust your ass in like Super Mario or Mario Kart, something.
Jump off, starting with what I'm actually
But
on the other end. I think that on initial first blush, when Bless and I played in New York, feels just like Mario.
said Mario Kart.
Playing it a
so-
lot more now, I'm like, there's a lot of difference. I think it's on the more high end.
I think no, that's interesting, but I need they're really in depth. So this dude, I watched him last night when he first beat 'em ups, when he was first actually in line at midnight at a GameStop. I was almost at Game Seat, but what the hell? Anyway, dude was at a GameStop. And yeah, he ended up purchasing the Switch 2, hella games. I think he said he walked out spending about $1,200. Yeah, so you know he was taxed. Probably could have got it for $700-800 if he was in Japan. Just saying. But yeah, this Mario Kart, I think this is incredible. Oh, he just got this on. He got it on the waiting screen. It's a loading screen.
It is. I actually was on it, but I didn't have time. But
I'm not gonna watch that. We're gonna
washed
go
out. But we'll give it a shot. Single player, multiplayer, online play. All right, let's dive into single player. I don't really know what I'm expecting here. The volume's okay.
Man.
Grand Prix, knockout. Go for gold and a full
Super
race.
Mario
Wait.
Kart
No, I
World.
want.
World. Open world.
What's online?
Come on.
I want to load into the world.
Who doesn't love Mario?
What am I?
Kart?
Where am I supposed to go? Where am I supposed to
Man.
go for the whole
We
world?
used to go at it. Me, my sisters.
Please wait. What am I
Cousin
waiting
Preston,
for?
Cousin N. Used to have major battles on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, free roam.
I think I usually pick Mario. Mario was
Oh,
always my
okay.
favorite character.
Oh, and then then you're straight in.
Lead character energy.
Woo! Ah!
I
Oh!
like Yoshi too. Yoshi was always cool too.
Oh, I'm driving this.
Oh snap!
Oh! Ooh, a big ramp. Oh, I didn't get the speed. Oh my god, it feels so weird
This the open world. part.
driving this thing. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
What's speed by default?
I don't think they have 200.
Oh, I got the Boyga.
So.
Oh, and now I've unlocked that outfit already.
Yeah, this.
Ooh, how do I? Overstimulated. I gotta figure out how to turn sharper in the air. Guys in here.
Yeah.
Okie doke. Oops. I want to stress again, it's impossible for me to keep up with everything right now, but I appreciate all of the subs, the members, absolutely everything. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, I am gonna be the cow.
Thank you for being subscribed. I don't know what platform you're watching me on.
And I'm going to. Oh, this is all I got.
If you're on YouTube.
Well, this one kind of looks like the one that I drove here today.
I'm trying to grow, man. I'm trying to grow this thing up. I've been in
All right, then maybe we'll just do the first one.
I usually don't like to step out, but you know.
All right.
I got a family.
Oh, 150 for sure.
So you got to step your ass on out there, Chuck.
It seems like the subs and members have slowed down finally, so I'm gonna leave the sound alerts on.
You gotta go get this money, Chuck.
Oh, also, guys, hold on, real quickly. I forgot to say this at the start. I added something to the streams called 10Gia. It's new for me.
Bro.
There's links. Nightbot shares them in chat sometimes, but you can type exclamation point 10. I can't see chat again. Sorry about that.
The game, my guy. Just crank the game, my guy.
Okay.
Thank you. This nigga chose a cow.
Oh, I don't know why. I keep forgetting there's 24. That's so wild to see that I'm in 24th place. Oh my god, it's chaos back here with all these cards.
Yeah, you gotta separate yourself.
Okay, I'm catching up. I'm halfway already. Oh, big cow! Get out of my way! Sorry, that was horrible.
Don't get.
Oh my god.
But I think they have like new game mechanics, you know, like
Such chaos.
You see, they got rails.
So what are all the coins? Okay, you're up to 20 coins now. So is it the same as 8, where you just go faster, the more coins you have?
Is that true? Is that a thing? More coins, go faster?
Oh my gosh. Okay, 7th ain't bad, but it ain't over. Give me time to cook. All right, never mind. I cooked in the wrong way. Oh yeah, you can do this. I saw that. I saw someone else do that.
I didn't even know that.
Oh.
It's a cow.
Let's go.
What?
Is this like? Is it good to grind like this? It seems like it's good.
I think. Well, this would be a for sure game I'd get.
Oh.
I look forward to seeing Zelda. I bet you Breath of the Wild is Incredible Tears of the Kingdom. They say
better.
Frame rate, 60 frames per second. Maybe.
Oh.
Hey.
Go!
Okay.
I'll take it. For my first race, I'll take it.
Yeah, that was dope.
Not bad. Oh! We can come out on top. We can be top beef.
It's a lot of people.
That was crazy at the end there. Oh, I'm gonna open my Pringles.
It looks cool though.
Would turn off smart steering? It is off.
Is that the only?
Is it?
We need another stage, my man.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, 150cc.
Wait, versus.
Versus.
All right. Do it again. How do people join so fast? That's the power of the Nintendo Switch. All right. Well, let's do Airship Fortress, maybe.
Yeah, I'm definitely back in my bag.
Oh,
I love Nintendo. I mean, I've always had a PlayStation. I got the PlayStation.
so
PS4
exciting.
with-
All right, I
since,
still
like,
need to figure out
first came
10G.
out. Like literally, when you still had to go like through the whole little. It was like a crazy waiting process. I tried to get it. I couldn't get it, but you know, Cat's a magician. They allow her to get everything. I think they scanned my IP and was like, yeah, this is a nigga. We ain't finna let him get it. Yeah, the game chat
That'd
gonna
be the
be
only way.
wild with.
Annually.
The game chat is gonna be wild, and then I think it comes with a camera. I think
I don't know.
get the bundle.
I'll take a
Comes with
second
a
after
camera
this.
where you can see the person that you playing against.
All right, I'm already out in front. So this is my race to lose, apparently.
I know that's for sure with Mario Party. I got Jamboree.
I love the driving on water. Feels very bouncy.
I don't know why he chose.
I have not had an item yet, which I don't love.
Decided to go with.
There we go. What do we get? Damn it. Ooh. Thought that was gonna hit me. Oh, by the way, this is for another $50 eShop gift card. I didn't tell you what you're racing for. So lock it in if you're in last place. Well, that's me. Never mind. I'm not. This isn't the one for me. I can come back. Watch this. I'm gonna wait, what? I'm gonna finish. I'm going to end the race in 5th position.
One day I'm gonna get it.
Sorry about that. I'm so far behind right now.
Let's see.
Hey gang, Brandon here once again. We've got another comparison for you. This time, it's The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, Nintendo Switch 1, and the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Those of you who've been watching the channel know that Steve and I kind of had our minds blown when we got to see these games running on Nintendo Switch 2 at the press event. I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on this and to see it in person. It's really something special. For me, both of these games define the Switch 1 generation. So getting to see them here at 1440p and 60 frames per second is absolutely stunning. The HDR is beautiful. I wish I could show you that. But if you have an HDR enabled display, make sure you've got it on because, wow.
That frame rate.
The Switch 2 versions are an incredible leap over the Switch 1 versions of these games. So, and don't forget, if you are an NSO expansion pack subscriber, you get these upgrades for free. So make sure to download them, give them a try for yourself. Make sure to take advantage of some of those new features. We'll talk about that more in our review of the Switch 2 editions of these games later on. And if you want to be here for that, make sure you're subscribed to GVG. I'll stop talking for now. So keep the games good and the vibes greater.
I mean, I kind of always like the way it looks on the Switch 1, right? Like it's a little, you can tell it's a little animated, right? Like, but on the right, it does look amazing. The lighting is totally, yeah, you can see the difference. Dark Forest. Yeah, on the right, it does look dope, though. Yeah, it's not even a joke. Like, people is like in line, going crazy. Let's check out an unboxing. Go for it. You know you had to have that unboxing video put up quick. Let's go with the Negro.
Inside this box is our Nintendo Switch 2. It's our $449. Actually, there's a bunch of stuff in this box. There is Nintendo Switch 2 plus the Mario Kart World bundle. That's $4.99. There's also a Switch 2 camera in here, which is $55. There's also a Switch 2 Pro controller, which is $85. And there's a physical copy of Mario Kart World, which would be $80 if you got one, which we'll need to play today because the digital copy doesn't work until tomorrow. So, kind of a pricey box, but let's just jump in. With none other than our Ridge MKB HD knife, of course. Oh, and also, by the way, you've noticed I have over here a Switch 1 and a Switch 1 OLED, because I've gotten to compare like back and forth between seeing one and seeing the other, but I want to look at them next to each other. So let's jump in. Here's the Switch 2 Pro controller. Switch 2. Mario Kart World. There it is.
There it is.
Switch 2 camera. And of course a little bit of extra information. They always give us a little PDF so we know what's going on. But that's it. So of course first we should get into the console itself. That's all anyone's really here for anyway, so there you go. That's the box you're gonna see in stores and Best Buy and everything.
I think there was like hella people in line.
There they are, right on top. The big new Joy-Cons. And then of course the console itself. Right here. It looks a little bigger every time I see it. Nice big 7.9-inch screen. Right. Thin bezels.
See, hold on. See. The lines are crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't want to have been that. I wouldn't have stood in line like that. People do it though, but I wouldn't do it. LA, London, they dressed up in cosplay in London. Tokyo, I'd be smiling like that too, cause he know he getting that shit for the Lowski, Woski. In Paris, they out there. It looks dreadful in Paris, but they out there. It looks cold. Everybody got jackets on. Isn't it May? Hold on, it's June. I'm tripping. It's 5 days into June. And it looks cold. Man, okay. Okay. Oh, man. Hey, you know what, though? While y'all playing, I follow him on TikTok. His name Ricky. Oh, his name right there. Yeah, Ricky Berwick. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't be mad at me, man. He happy, though. I'd be as happy as Ricky. I had that same face. I'd had that same face. What is he? Buddy got a chair. Yeah, man. People ain't playing about the Switch. I forgot it was even out.
Pretty sleek.
I mean, I forgot today was his release day.
There you go. USB-C port on top. Got those pins on the side. We'll talk more about those in a second. But yeah, that's the console right there. But what else comes in this box here? HDMI cable. Nice. And then, of course, your two attachments for the Joy-Cons and the wrist straps, and that's it here. This is a wall plug, single USB-C port on that. USB Type-C cable. That's your charger right here. Here's your little hub to attach both Joy-Cons. Last but not least, the dock with the fans in it that does 4K out to the TV with this new shape. I think first thing I want to do is just attach the Joy-Cons. That's the thing that I missed.
I met him once
When I first got to see those
at the,
those magnetic Joy-Cons.
It was like an award.
So satisfying. This little mechanism here that pops the Joy-Con off of the Switch. It attaches super well, but if you just press it a little, it detaches just like that, and then you just pull. So that's nice. I kind of wonder how durable these pins are, if they're gonna break. I've been told they have a little bit of give on purpose so that if you do knock up against it or drop it or something, it won't instantly break. Now these here are the little bumpers because you might actually end up using these a little bit more often, at least if the games support the new feature where the Joy-Cons can be used as a mouse. These little things, they're also made of plastic, a little bit of give to them, but they're still pretty sturdy. And they attach to the Joy-Cons themselves. So, I'll throw this bumper on here, just like that. Hooks on the bottom. And there you go. So there's your Joy-Cons as mice, and also with the bumpers on if you wanted to hand-hold your controller. Everybody's used to this experience. But I have some other unboxings to get to, so I'm gonna do these too. Let's do the camera first. So some of you may remember Nintendo's Connect event where they showed this new camera. Basically, while you're doing gameplay, you hit this new C button and it opens this share menu, and it's supposed to be this much more social console where you can share your gameplay with other people at the same time, or even share a video feed of your face which is overlaid over your gameplay to someone else who is playing at the same time. Could be cool. I don't even know if you might be able to live stream that feed. I'm not exactly sure if you want to do that, but this is that tiny little camera. And yep, it's just as tiny and cute as I remember. And then another USB Type-C cable for that. There's this little bezel on the front that lets you manually, physically open and close it. Got that? That's nice. So we got our Pro Controller here, which is going to be sick for some games. I don't know if I'm going to use this for Mario Kart World, but here is your $85 Pro Controller.
Oh, yeah. That's still a Pro Controller. I mean...
USB Type-C cable to USB Type-A on the other end. Oh, it's kind of heavy. It's got some weight to it that I didn't actually expect. Everything else is obviously mostly plastic, and so is this controller, but it does have this, like, central weight where I'm sure battery and haptics all are. So, okay. Switch 2. I'm going to put these Joy-Cons back on and fire it up for the first time.
All right, crank that thing up, bro.
Faster than... Also, the dock here is nice because you just ideally pop it in. A little bit of wiggle, a little bit of give. Not too bad. This is the Switch 1 dock, which didn't really have any give at all. So I'm a little surprised to see so much wiggle. I think it's about time to start playing some games. Power button. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Speakers are bigger. Crisp. English, yes. The Americas, yes. Accept the agreement, yes. Okay, about to download update data. I heard about this day one update. You can continue setting it up while the update downloads, sure. Time zone in my end, okay. New LA York. Last thing I want to do is just get a look at this physical game because the cartridge slot is still at the top. Where's my So if I were to, in the future, maybe not get the bundle at launch, but get the physical Mario Kart World game, this is what one of those nice cartridges is going to look like.
Yes, that it would be. I mean, since it's bundled.
It's so much plastic. This is a massive package for this tiny little cartridge right here. But this is the game. Those are your pins. There we go. MKBHD is logged in. Very nice. More users can be added if the system will be used by other people. Good to know. The Parents and Guardians set up your controls. Like Don't have any cards to add, but I would if I did. And then to set up the complete at home.
Your actual card on there.
Great.
You have to download the virtual
First look
card.
at the home screen on the Switch.
They always do something different and crazy. They also do a lot of dope stuff too. Like you get a live feed now.
So I could obviously jump in and download an app or game right now, but I think the move is
more information on the games that you have installed. I'm sure he's probably gonna show it or something like that.
Straight to Mario Kart World. Nice.
Oh no, he's going straight.
Software update's available. It'll download now.
Oh yeah, software update.
But I'd like to start the software.
Yeah, it's gonna take a minute.
It's me. Sorry, I should say it's a me. This new bigger screen. .9-inch display looks way better. 120 hertz looks so much better. And the speaker's down. Okay, sorry, I'm getting carried away. What I should be doing is comparing it to the other Switches. So I'm gonna do that real quick, just because we actually have them all side by side. So this is the Switch 1, my Switch 1. It's also a colorware Switch 1, so that's why it looks a little different. It's got the paint all over the Joy-Cons and the back, and it looks super sweet. But this is the old kickstand, and this is the old Switch 1 size. This is the new Switch kickstand, and the new Switch size. The thickness is roughly the same, but obviously much bigger screen, much better looking screen, higher refresh rate, more storage, the whole deal.
Yeah.
Obvious upgrade. But this is David's Switch OLED, which they did upgrade some other things on. Obviously it's an OLED display, but it also has this full width kickstand. See, this is the difference that we're talking about. This is the Switch OLED on the bottom, Switch 2 on the top.
Yeah, I have the
And this has happened so many times in like even the smartphone world and the tablet world, where we say, oh, you know, we're nerds, we're really pixel peeping, we really want to see a higher fidelity, better looking display. But at the end of the day, most people just want a bigger screen, and that's what the Switch 2 is delivering. We also fully expect, we're being reasonable, there's probably going to be a Switch 2 OLED at some point in the next like 2 years or something. So I wouldn't be shocked when that shows up, and that's even more expensive, but that's a bigger OLED display that's also 120 hertz and looks amazing. And they might even do some other things that upgrade the console. Like, they weren't afraid of a new kickstand design and some other things for Switch OLED. But yeah. Oh god, I didn't actually think this through. That is fun. Yeah,
I mean,
these Joy-Cons
starting to play, so you know. All right, well, that's it for me on that. Just know that I think they're doing great.
You're right. Yeah.
Damn. Are people joining? Hold on.
I've been seeing people pop up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing names.
Having the releases.
Someone in the.
Two drivers are too far apart. We can't be too far apart, Barrett.
Interesting.
That's all right,
really weird. Yeah. There we go. Start the game.
Do
knockout frenzy items or whatever it was.
We're items.
Frantic.
We're doing normal.
Normal's boring.
Oh wait, calm difficulty. Normal.
Yeah, everyone is just playing Mario Kart.
Alrighty.
Cubs are winning. I didn't put anything on prize picks. Oh man.
I like cross country.
I'm not really a gambler though, but I mean I like prize picks though.
Sucks that I can't have my own vote.
Now I mean,
you're my representative.
Damn, it's crazy.
Maybe it's a little gamble in there somewhere. I guess maybe when you're a risk taker, I guess that does make you a gambler.
Now, here's a feature I want. I want to connect to any track, like any track. To
make your own knockout tour.
Yeah, make my own knockout tour.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's coming.
All right, so
right? Can you unlock 200?
Yeah, that's Mario Kart, man. I look forward to getting it. Like I said, I'm not gonna get mine until next year when I go to Japan, and it's gonna be cheaper. And I'm sure they'll have some kinks worked out. They might have the OLED version out, which is the one I have. I think it took about a year or two for that came out. For that to have come out for the Switch 1. So we'll just see, right? But anyway, all right. I'm finna eat a little bit, chill for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? But thank y'all for watching. You know, thanks for tuning in. And I might try to jump back on this evening or something like that. You know what I mean? And Tim, man. You know, Tim, man.